Passover, say, why is this day different from all other days? This seems like same stuff.
How do you defend that guy?
I don't know.
I mean, it was
You know, with that, late in the game, we let them get into paint too much. With all the shots they made, the two keys to me, the way we ended the first half for, I think, 17 and a half minutes, we were great defensively, and they had 11, ended up with 21. And then we just didn't guard the second half, and give them credit. They made shots, and then we missed, I don't know how many layups we missed. With all that being said, Nick has a wide open 12-footer. To tie it, we have a free throw to put us up 4. We miss. You have a dead-ass layup. We miss. And then they came down and executed. And then we have a three-pointer, a wide-open three-pointer to tie. And I was thrilled the fact that they handled the late game situation pretty good, but so much like the Houston game, in my mind. We just gave them too many opportunities, and they're a pretty talented team.
It seemed like you guys were really strong defensively up until
17
up
and a
until
half
that. Oh yeah. I mean, what happened after that? Why is?
Well, we got in a little foul trouble with Sean, and that impacts you. And look at the minutes again. What did our bench get tonight?
A lot more than usual.
It's but hey, it's just so similar. And when you play guys so many minutes, it's tough. And I look at Nick's 20 shots. I don't think there were many that he's not capable of making. Maybe the one just before the half. I look at Jalen. He had eight chances to get fouled and get dunks. And I think he rushed it a little quick. We got to improve in that area. But we will. I don't know when, but I'm confident we will.
When you go back and look at film, and you'll look at film on this one too, but have you seen anything consistently over the season, like at critical moments that just things happen?
Oh yeah. And see when they walk over to the bench. I remember early in the year I was talking about winning plays, winning time. We don't understand that yet. And I told them after the game, when you feel like something bad's going to happen, chances are it will happen. And then if you got to have trust with the guys you're playing with, that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. And if you stick with your principles, you'll get things done. But I don't know if we have that yet. We're young. I know you look at some guys that aren't so young, like Sean or Nick Russell, but I hadn't played a lot. But we are young, and young kids have to deal with situations like that. They don't understand when you do a drill in practice that it's gonna improve a skill in a game. And they don't understand when they leave the dressing room, they leave together, or when they run off the court, they run off as a group. They don't understand that stuff that great programs, do, and have older guys that tell the young kids how it is. But it'll come. We got great kids. We got a great staff. I think this stuff will come. I feel bad for them because you look at these games, they're all like, even the Tulane game, I don't know, we lost by whatever, 65-62 late. I look at every game, even though we might lose, like Central Florida, the same thing, late. We're tied up 65 all at Houston, tied up 65 all late. and then we end up losing 9, 10, or 11, that doesn't matter. But we're in games, and I don't know if there's the confidence that we're going to make a play that's going to allow us to win the game.
Is it just a coincidence, or what would cause something? Like a couple of times this year, you've had guys just go unconscious in the second half, and especially from outside after really struggling in the first. I mean, it's not a defensive thing.
I don't
is
know
it?
why.
It's not-
I saw them. They lost an overtime game. I think it was to Southern Miss. The two guards, I'd never seen this before. They took 30 shots and all 3-pointers. One was 8 for 15, the other 9 for 15. So we knew they could shoot. I just wanted them to make them put it on the ground, take a dribble. I don't remember him making a jumper off a bounce.
Seemed like a couple of Richmond's threes, you had a guy in his face, almost wrapped around him. At some point, you just sort of say, this is his night, let's shut out everybody else?
No, never do that. I mean, we went boxing one, and they scored both times on offensive rebounds when we got them to miss. Which, you know, again, you can't give up a second shot when teams are making shots. And it happened in the Houston game. They were making everything, but we had a chance to win the game if we come up with a defensive rebound a couple times. I think they missed 6 shots the whole game, the whole second half, got 4 of them back. Down the stretch, they got 2 big putbacks. We had a secured a rebound and dropped it, and they hit a layup. You know, so when you're having trouble defending on the perimeter and you secure a rebound and then you drop it and they score, or you don't come up with a, missed shot, that's 72-69. And that's what's happened to this team. But again, we got to give them tomorrow off and try to build them back up any way we can.
When you jumped out to a lead early on,
I hate that.
there were several there were several baskets that were either uncontested dunks or layups that didn't seem to be there with as much frequency in the second half. Did ECU make any significant defensive
they were
adjustments?
making shots.
Right, but
So
on the
their
defensive
defense
end.
is set.
Okay.
I think that's the key. And then here's another thing, and I've always figured this out. When the game gets tighter, shots become more difficult for kids that don't expect to win. And I think, look at Nick Russell. He had a wide open layup. Jalen had a layup. Nick had an open 12-footer. He had a baseline jumper. I didn't think one of those was contested. Think about it. And again, you got to have some success and have confidence that if I have a shot, I'm gonna make it and not worry about the consequence. And it takes some success to have that happen.